Anyways, so cool. Hey, Andrew, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking the time. Just for our viewers, I wanted to get a sense for ask you a few questions, and I'll let you have the opportunity to tell people how they can reach you. But how did you find me?
Yeah,
What
so
did you do? Where did you find me?
so I believe I found you first, and this is a long time ago. I believe you were on another realtor's podcast, and I heard about you, and you just
Hmm.
had really successful business out in San Francisco. And then I think I joined your email list, and after I don't know, probably 2 or 3 years of reading your emails and talking about ways to acquire business, I finally reached out and said, "Hey, let's talk. I would like to know more about uh, what your coaching is like."
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that sounds really good. God, it took 2 or 3 years of my emails. That's too long. I love it. What areas did you see success in your real estate business when we started working together?
Yeah, so I've always been a pretty heavy buyer's agent in my career prior to really working with you. And obviously, the most important thing is I started seeing success in listings
Hmm.
once we started working together.
That's great. And is that something that you're continuing to do? I know you have a team in Salt Lake City. Is that
Yeah.
what are you continuing your focus on listings?
Yeah, because as you very well know, I have some other business opportunities now that have come across my desk since we started doing this. But my
Hmm.
focus is mostly on listings because I don't have a ton of time to run around with buyers, although buyers definitely do still have a majority of my heart. Listings are definitely the most or the best opportunity to leverage your time, but still have a successful real estate business.
Uh-huh. Got it. Got it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense too, because I think you can make more money and take more time off, spending time with listings, and you're doing a bang up job. Before we met, or before we started working together, what were some of your biggest challenges?
I think I was just always kind of confused on who to talk to, the daily routine, what I should actually be focused on in like bite-sized chunks, right? I knew the broader picture was I needed to acquire listings, but once you and I started working together, we kind of had a clear, actionable plan through what you call the minimum standards. And once I really implemented that, that really just kind of was the catapult to my business.
So you really didn't have like a strategic plan going forward. It was really something that uh, you were just sort of hit and miss. Were you trying to get listings, or were you just solely working with buyers and just
Yeah,
whatever happened?
I mean, we would get listings just because, I closed over between my team and I, we've closed over 500 buyer transactions in Utah and Nevada. So naturally, listings would come because, hey, you need to work with Andrew. He's great. He helped us buy a home. He's really good at this. So we would get listings, but then I didn't have a system on how to specifically target
Mm.
them. I didn't know who to talk to, what to say, things of that nature. Then you kind of helped me break down, like I said, those bite-sized chunks and how to go and get those.
Got it. What do you think, Andrew, helped you the most? What were sort of like a couple, one or two or three needle movers for you?
Yeah, so really and I hate to keep repeating myself, but I'm going to just keep beating this drum. It's the minimum standards. And then you just were always really positive. Hey, just little bite-sized chunks, like talk to 5 people, talk to 5 expireds, talk to
Hmm.
5 those, just talk to 5 attorneys, send them your resume or your, what do you call it? What's your term for the resume? I forget.
The
Your
statement of
statement of
qualifications.
yeah,
Yeah.
send the statement of qualification. Just little bite-sized things that, hey, and you and I even talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Don't overcomplicate it, right? Like, hey,
Hmm.
I've heard you do great work. What can we do to stay in touch and send each other referrals? Like, don't
Mm. Right.
overcomplicate your conversations with some of these professionals. And once I kind of grasped that, that was enough to really kind of catapult and give me
Hmm.
clear, clear understanding of who I need to talk to and what I need to say.
Got it. I love it. I love it. And I think that you've always said a couple times to me too that the fact that you really liked that I was still in the business, that I was still selling in San
100%.
Francisco. Yeah, I like
100% because a lot of these gurus, and I love all the gurus, right? But they don't
it.
do it anymore. And I'm like,
Right.
well, you teach theory, you're a college professor at this point. I want a practical professor. I want someone who's out there
Right.
actually doing it. So that
I
is
love
definitely a
it.
huge, huge plus for me.
I love it. That sounds great. How has it changed your life outside the business? Have you had any
Well, but
changes
I mean, obviously the friendship you and I have developed, that's one of the biggest things outside of the business. And then just there's been opportunities, oddly enough, from our community that have come across that if I wasn't involved with you, I wouldn't have those opportunities, and those are pretty awesome. And then just having knowing exactly what to do every day has definitely
Mm,
changed your life because it allows you to then do those outside things outside of the business that we all do this business for, like
hmm.
travel, enjoy time with your family, stuff like that. Just having, yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Is there, you talk about those opportunities that presented
Yeah.
itself. Without getting into specifics or details, could you give us like a little taste of what kind of numbers we're talking about, exactly what the opportunity was on, like, 50,000 foot level?
Sure. So I am involved with a couple groups doing some large scale developments here in Salt Lake City in Utah, and just through networking in our community, you and I spoke about some of these developments and how we're building them.
Hmm.
These are all 100 million plus projects,
Hmm.
and we just spoke about them, and peop two different people in our community reached out to me and said, "Hey, we may know some people that want to place some funding potentially in some of these development projects. Can we set up
Hmm.
a call?" And
Wow.
the rest is history. We've been off and running since then.
That's amazing. I mean, what you're doing with those opportunities just is really mind blowing, just from a numbers perspective. It really sort of
Yeah.
changes your whole, point of view about what's possible with your
Yeah,
business. I
exactly.
love it. Um, you didn't mention anything about my charming personality.
Well, that's a given. I mean, if anyone talks to you or spends more than 2 minutes with you, they'll understand you have a charming personality.
I love it. I love it. Not like begging for a compliment, right?
Exactly.
What would you say to somebody who's thinking of working with me right now and who's watching this video right now?
I'd say don't wait, just go for it. Like the best part about you too is you're gonna invest the time with that person, right? You
Mm,
you have spent God knows how many hours with me working on certain things, being available when I need it. You'll do the same for everyone else. I just know you, that's your personality. You are willing to pour into people as long as they're willing to at least do a little bit of the work, right? You have to still pick up the phone, you have to make those dials. So I'd say if you just need clear direction on what to do, when to do it,
hmm.
how frequency, if you need a dialed in plan, you're the man to help provide that plan and then support the people along the way.
Hey, I really appreciate that so much. That is amazing. So, Andrew Romney, I appreciate your time and all your kind words. For all the people watching this right now, how can they reach you? What areas do you work, and how can they give you those referrals?
Yeah, thank you so much. So we sell homes in Utah, from St. George to Logan, Park City to Wendover, everywhere in between. You can find me on LinkedIn. It's just Andrew Romney. I'm a realtor. You can find me on Instagram, also Andrew Romney, or you can find me on Facebook, also Andrew Romney. Or if people want, send you a message. You're welcome to give my cell phone out to anyone that wants it.
That sounds great. And I'll put your information in the notes as well in the description to this
Perfect.
video. But Andrew, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man.
Happy to help, Chris. Talk to you, buddy.
All right.